Hey guys, today we're checking out the Ninja Power-Up Mech, so hope you enjoyed this video. Let's begin. Now, before we look at the main components of this set, first off, it does come with a small four-legged villain vehicle. Not really too much to say about this, but it's kind of cool. It's just a very small thing. You put the snake in there, and I guess that's it. I also think, yeah, it also has stun shooters, so that's kind of all I have to say about that. But I do want to take a look at the four main components of this set. I want to take a look at each of them individually because a big selling point of this set is, of course, it's not just a big mech, but it's also a mech that can be broken down into its four different parts. So this is Kai's mech. This is quite literally the centerpiece of the big mech, and overall I think it's really good. I like the legs. I think they are well designed. I also like the torso. The use of stickers in this set is overall very good. And this is a really cool part of the set. These gold pieces surrounded by two red pieces on each side are really good. Definitely the downside of this mech is the arms. The arms are just not that good. They're very small, and then the forearms, same deal. Also these fingers and thumb pieces, not good. You can put a sword. That's a cool aspect, I guess. But I don't have. It's not a huge issue that the arms are kind of lacking because in the big mech, Cole's vehicle serves as the bigger arms. But if you do view Kai's mech as its own thing, these arms are overall not that good. But yeah, that's Kai's mech. I like it. And next up, we're gonna take a look at Zane's vehicle. Zane's vehicle is this land vehicle here, which is pretty good. It has these treads. I think that's a cool aspect of this set, that it's different from Cole's vehicle. It doesn't just have traditional wheels, but instead it has treads, and overall it's actually really easy to move this back and forth. I know in the past when they used those rubber treads, sometimes it's not the best, but this actually, it's really easy to move around. The front is pretty good. These are the knees on the big mech, and they work very nicely here as the front of this vehicle. Actually, no, I think this is the front of the vehicle. So these work nicely as the back of the vehicle. Here you have one area to put Zane in, and then another to put the digital Woo minifigure, I guess, in. I like the use of these dragon bone blade hilts. I feel like I say that in each video because they're so commonly used in Ninjago sets nowadays. But yeah, this is Zane's vehicle. It's pretty good. The colors are very nice. Nothing really to take a look at on the bottom, but yeah, that is Zane's vehicle. And then next up we have Cole's vehicle, which is probably my least favorite for this set. It's not that good in my opinion. Again, it has this situation where you have one area to put Cole, and then the other area is you can't put anything in. This is a really cool decal piece with these orange and black details, kind of like rock. I really like it. This feels almost like an engine. And then these pieces again, we've seen these circular pieces with these stickers. They appear 6 times in this set, 2 on each vehicle except for Kai's, and they're definitely a nice element. My issue is back here, it's just not good. You just have this big empty space here with nothing really in it. If you are to maneuver the set, it's pretty easy to do so. Yeah, I mean, overall it works pretty well. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of Cole's vehicle here. I feel like it's just very small, and there's a lot of blank space at the back. So yeah, that is Cole's vehicle. And last but not least, we have Jay's jet. This is a pretty small thing, but actually I like this jet. I think overall it is pretty good. The front is nice with the stickers here, and of course on the wings. And this circular piece is a nice design element. This is where the flags come into play, and they are well integrated into this set. And the wings. The wings are, you can move the wings however you like, You can move them up if you want. If you want to, I guess, make it look like a Star Wars Imperial shuttle, you could move it up like this. You can move it down like this for a standard flag formation. But I like how, you're really free to do what you want with these wings. You can move them, and I think that's pretty nice. Here you put Jay in, and at the back it shows like this blaster piece. But that is Jay's jet. I do like it. It is pretty small. But next up, we're going to take a look at the big mech. I really like how overall it's pretty easy to combine all 4 elements into the big mech, but I'm going to do that off screen. So yeah, let's take a look at the gigantic mech in all its glory. And then when we have the entire mech, it's really cool to look at. It's very big in person, and I feel like the elements here, for the most part, come together really nicely. Especially what I like is the very nice transition between Kai's legs and Zade's legs. I feel like it's a really smooth transition here. It doesn't really feel like they're two completely different parts of the set, so overall really good. I do have an issue with this mech. It's kind of wobbly. It's not the most stable. The legs are pretty small, and I feel like maybe they should have been a bit bigger to better support the mech. Aside from that, it's not a huge issue, but if you are looking to move it around a little bit, it is going to be a bit wobbly. Back here you have the treads, which are not the best looking, but they're definitely not bad either. And then if we go to the back view, is not the best. The back view, you see Kai's legs are just kind of hanging there. But actually, the back view isn't horrible, honestly. It's not great, especially down here. But up here, it's not as bad as, you might have expected. But ultimately, though, I don't think the back view matters too much for this mech. If we go back around to the front, Kai's mech is still very much the centerpiece here. Up here, and a nice transition with the front of Jay's jet and Kai's mech, really good. And then Kai's arms go pretty nicely right next to the bigger arms for the mech, which are Cole's vehicle with the driller pieces here, really cool. And I like the use of Jay's jet as shoulder pauldrons, and just as an additional feature up here at the top. Also, you got the flags for Jay's jet, which just kind of peek out there on the top. Overall, when you put this thing together, it's really, really cool to look at. And now we're going to take a look at the minifigures. First up is this dude. This idea of a digital Woo minifigure was first introduced in Seabound. Now it's back for the Core Wave, which I think is really good because overall it's a really cool idea. Here, it's being used as a stud shooter vessel, pretty much. You just, it's a minifigure that carries stud shooters, pretty much. Overall, pretty cool. I have to say, it is kind of bulky. It's not exactly a tiny minifigure. If you look at it from the side, this upper area, there's a lot of pieces here. But it's not really too big of an issue. So yeah, that is the Woo minifigure. Pretty good. And next up, we're going to take a look at the 4-core ninja. First up is Kai. And Kai's suit, I have to say, is not my favorite of the core ninja. I do like, I don't think the colors are bad. I like how they go for yellow and red because I think that's a pretty nice combination. But the suit, it's a bit too simple. I feel like there's not really enough going on here. You got this solid red arm and the same case here on this left side of the torso. The fire designs are pretty simple, a little bit too simple, I think. The element designs work better for the other ninja. And I do like how in each of the ninja you get their symbol here on their left leg. And I like the color of the legs here as this earthy kind of orange-brown. I like how with these core ninja suits, the legs are different colors. I think it's a nice accent. But yeah, that is Kai's minifigure, not the best in my opinion. Next up, we're going to take a look at Zade's. I have to say Zade's is pretty good. I like the use of blue. It's very prominent on this minifigure. And again, that's a great thing about these core suits is that they use these secondary colors pretty well. And for blue here, you get these blue ice shards, which kind of go up on either side. I think the way that ice is represented here is really good, especially in comparison to fire for Kai. It's not the best. In the background is Zade's metallic body. You can even see his power source back there, which is pretty nice. And yeah, that is Zade's. You get these tan clothing with the belt and knee ropes, I guess. So yeah, that is Zade's minifigure. Pretty good stuff. Let me fix this. So yeah, and then we get Cole's minifigure. Cole's minifigure is it's okay. Again, I think it has a similar issue to what Kai's minifigure has. It's too blank on this area, just a lot of black. I think it might have been nicer if they had added some more details here, maybe additional clothing elements. His element is represented here as these orange rocks which go up the right side of his torso. It's okay. It's not the best representation of an element, in my opinion. I do really like the use of orange on this minifigure. There is a lot of orange on his left arm, on the headband, and of course with the belt here. And again, I like how the legs are this tannish color. So yeah, overall Cole's minifigure is kind of mixed. It's not the best in my opinion, but, you know, not bad. And last but not least for the Ninja, we're going to take a look at Jay's minifigure. I think is pretty good, actually. I'm really a fan of the colors once again. I think it's a really interesting choice to go with light yellow as his secondary color. We've never really seen this color used at Jay before, but I do think it makes sense as kind of like an electrifying, lightning color. It works here. It definitely works here, especially on the belt and the headband. These element designs are pretty simple, but not... they're decent, actually. You know, these crosses, these shapes kind of symbolizing lightning, not bad. One thing that the suit does differently is it puts his symbol on the torso rather than the legs. And I feel like this actually might be better up here than on the legs. It's definitely more noticeable, and it fills up that blank space. So I think I have to say that I do enjoy it more when the symbol is on the torso. And then the legs are pretty good too. I really like this shade of grayish blue. Overall, Jay's minifigure is really good. It might be my favorite, or at least one of my favorite core suits. So that is about it for the Ninja, and then we have the two villains to take a look at here. First up is this guy. Not really sure what their names are. I didn't really remember, but he does come with these boxing gloves, which I think is a nice touch. I also like the armor here too. And the colors are great too, you know. I think these orange and dark gray colors work together very nicely on these minifigures, especially on this guy. The torso is, you know, there's a lot of details here, and I really like the subtle uses of this emerald color, this greenish blue color, which we saw on the villain vehicle. If you just look carefully, you can see those touches here too. And, you know, there's a lot going on here. And I think overall the level of detail on this torso is really good. And last but not least, we're going to take a look at the other villain minifigure. This guy here, he's definitely a bit more simple. He doesn't have any armor here, but his torso is entirely different. And I like the other torso more, but this one is still really strong. I think, again, you get the light blue colors here and the darker colors on the side. This snake symbol up here on the upper left corner of his torso. And I can't tell. Are these leg pieces the same? Yes, they are the same. Yeah, no real issue there. I do like how they kind of swap the colors for this head. On the other guy, we had gray and orange for the eyes, but here we have the exact opposite. I think it's really cool, and it's really nice to see both combinations being used here. So yeah, these Snake villain minifigures are not the most memorable, but they are pretty good. Overall, I really enjoyed the set. It's very cool, it's a very creative idea, although some of the individual components aren't the best. I'd give this set a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know, and share your thoughts on this mech below, and I'll see you guys next time.